I'm starting out with a block of tofu. I'm using firm. You can use firm or extra firm, but don't get any less firm than that. Otherwise, it'll start falling apart. I'm cutting my tofu into cubes. I'm starting by cutting it into rectangular prisms, and then I'm cutting the rectangular prisms into cubes. Try to make your cubes about the same size. Mine are a little bit crooked, but they're close to the same size. And I'm putting them in a mixing bowl after I'm done chopping them up to go ahead and season them. Once I'm done chopping up my tofu, it's in a mixing bowl and I'm going to season it. People say tofu tastes like paper, tastes like cardboard. This is how you make sure your tofu does not taste like paper or cardboard. You have to season it. So I'm adding some soy sauce, I'm adding some minced garlic, and I'm adding some pepper into the bowl, and I'm just going to mix it up until all the tofu has a little bit of everything on it. Now that my tofu is seasoned, it's time to bread it. I'm using cornstarch as my breading. I'm putting 3 tablespoons, just 3, and then I'm putting about a half or a third of the tofu into the bowl, and I'm going to shake it up gently. It's not tough like chicken and shrimp. It will fall apart, so I'm shaking it gently and just making sure that all the tofu has cornstarch on it. You don't want the cornstarch to be visible on the tofu. You want it to kind of have a coating to it. I know mine in here looks like it has the coating on it, but it's just the cornstarch that I use. When you shake it up, you don't want to be able to see the powder on there, otherwise you'll be able to taste the powder on there. So now I have my tofu in a pan, and I am cooking it on medium-high heat in about a tablespoon or 2 of coconut oil, and I'm just letting it sit on each side for about 5 or 7 minutes and flipping it. If you want to, you can flip it on all the sides and fry all the sides, but I just do the top and the bottom. Then I take the tofu out of the pan, and I'm adding sweet and sour sauce into the pan, and I just let the sweet and sour sauce cook on medium high for maybe 3 minutes, just until it kind of thickens up, because it is bubbling up and it's looking kind of more like honey instead of like sauce. Once it thickens up, I put the tofu back in there and I just toss it around in the sauce. Once my tofu is done, I take it out and I eat it with some lo mein. This lo mein looks so pale, but I promise I have a delicious lo mein recipe on my channel. I'll put a link to it in the description box. This tofu is so crispy, so delicious, so sweet. Oh my goodness, it's so good. Like, make it right now.